Hello guys and welcome back to Total Extreme Wrestling 2013 TNA. We are here for the Impact following the Impact after Sacrifice. So we are 2 weeks away after this to Slammiversary, and as you see our wrestling industry and economy is, well, terrible. But we do have a minor positive trend in the USA, so that's good. Visibility, we have never gone to the Midwest. Let's go to the Midwest today. The Iowa Clay County Event Center. Alright. We have 5 pre-show segments, 1 angle in there, and 17 segments on the actual show, taking up 125 minutes. Let's get on with the show. So we have the debuting Kota Ibushi hitting a 630 senton, Jesus. And he debuted his fun babyface gimmick, got a 100 rating. In about that solid ending action, but not much in the way of heat, Kota Ibushi defeated DJ Zimayan in 9:29 by pinfall, say 6:30 senton. So we moved Impact tapings back to Wednesday, which means we can now use people like Kota Ibushi when we need to. The announcing quality lifted the match. The color commentary gave the match a boost. Inconsistency, chemistry, motivation, poor gimmick, holding back. 49D plus. Good match, good match. 46D in an awful match that was completely devoid of heat, but still got a 46. I'll take it. Generation Me defeated Future Vision, the team of Zack Sabre Jr. and Mandrews, because they show excellent chemistry. So I figured, why not? They're both pretty young, 27 for Sabre and 23 for Mandrews, so Future kind of seems right. Future Vision, why not? It was a name the game when I went through the auto name, the suggest a name feature, it gave me that name. And they're both from the same area in the, well, not the same exact area, but they're both from the UK, so it makes sense. And they show excellent chemistry, so that's great. So they got a 40-60. Jeremy Buck defeated Mandrews. Dirt sheet says Mandrews penalized for a lot. Max Buck, Jeremy Buck. Although Zack Sabre Jr. is only penalized for holding back slightly, so that's good. 46D and a 70C plus. Fantastic match out of these guys. Jeez. This was on the pre-show. In a match that had some good action and average heat, the Wolves defeated Bad Influence in 1240 when Eddie Edwards defeated Kazarian by pinfall with a cross-legged Fisherman's Buster. No skill improvements. Holding back slightly and poor gimmick for Davey. 70C plus. Great match. Great match. And we go to a Battle Royale, 20 men in match that had an average crowd reaction with some decent in-ring action. Magnus won a Battle Royal in 14:27. The other members of the Final Four were Samoa Joe, James Storm, and D'Angelo De Niro. Samoa Joe was the final elimination over the match, and Tyrus got the most eliminations over the course of the match, so making him look a bit strong. D'Angelo De Niro improving in technical, Eric Young improving in performance, Knox improving in performance, Robbie E in Rumble, Samoa Joe in technical and performance, and Low-Key in performance, 62C. And then Chris Cammy just comes out, 5 t-shirts into the crowd, getting the crowd hyped up for the show. 61C. This got a 72B minus. That's a great angle. So Kurt Angle comes down to the ring. He talks to the crowd about the return of AJ Styles to TNA. Angle says that he cannot wait to face the best of the former champions, because you had AJ, Bobby Roode, and Magnus last week. They all claim to be the best former TNA champion. But he tells AJ that he is the best champion in TNA history because he is not only a 6-time TNA champion, but the current champion. AJ comes out and says that he cannot wait to go head-to-head with perhaps the greatest wrestler alive today in Kurt Angle. Lashley comes out and tells AJ that the only reason he won last week was because Lashley speared Bobby Roode and took out Bobby Roode for AJ. This prompts Roode to come out and start talking to Lashley and calling him out about costing him shot after shot to become the #1 contender. Cost him in the first month and cost him in the second. And he challenges Lashley to a match tonight. Eric Bischoff comes out before things get too out of control, before they all start brawling. And he books Lashley versus Rude tonight. As Rude and Lashley leave, AJ strikes him from behind. AJ hits Kurt with a low blow and finishes him off with the Styles Clash. So at this point, AJ is officially a heel. At the other point, he was technically a face because, I mean, I didn't have him do anything heelish or anything in the actual show, so he came out as a heel. I mean, as a face to the crowd, apparently, because who wouldn't want to cheer AJ Styles in a return to TNA? Unless he did something heelish right off the bat. Now he does something heelish, he is a heel. Unless, of course, they don't like Kurt Angle and they cheer AJ. Because that's what seems to happen a lot in wrestling these days. 72 B-. Not exactly the not liking Kurt, but not exactly cheering for the heels. Not exactly booing the heels and cheering for the faces. 72 B-, so great segment. And then we start off with a match that had some good action in every cheek. Ricochet defeated Chris Sabin in 12:59 by pinfall with a diving double knee drop. This makes Ricochet the what is it? The #1 contender to the X Division title. And because of that, out comes Kenny King and attacks. He attacks Ricochet, preferably hitting him with a belt over the head, posing over him, maybe hitting the Royal Flush finisher move. Whatever it's called. No improvements. High morale, good gimmick. High morale, good gimmick. Kenny King has some low momentum, though. 43D, and then Killer Elite Squad are in the ring when the Wolves come out. They say that they accept the challenge and will face them in a match at Slammiversary because the Wolves are fighting champions. So we have our third championship match. We have Davey and Eddie versus Davey and Lance. Lots of Davies. Improvements, no improvements. Dirt sheet, high morale, good gimmick. High morale, good gimmick. High morale, good gimmick. Davey has a poor gimmick, so you just see if I can change that. 38 D-. And then in an extremely poor match, Killer Elite Squad defeated The Rising in 8:27 when Lance Archer defeated Eli Drake by pinfall with a killer bomb. Lance Archer is improving in Rumble skills. 42D, and then a 45D. Taz had an interview hyping his team of Killer Elite Squad taking on the Wolves in a tag team match. Taz came out of this looking excellent. Lance Archer underperformed again. At least Davey Boy's not underperforming, so can do something with that. And then a music video shown to promote Amir Abdul Hashim, the debut. He might debut next week. Don't call me on that. If not, he'll probably debut. If he doesn't debut before Slammiversary, he'll definitely be debuting the night after Slammiversary, or even on Slammiversary itself. And in another extremely poor match, seem to have a lot of these, Taryn Terrell defeated Sexy Star in 7:01 by pinfall with a Taryn Cutter. Yeah. No improvements. Poor psychology for Taryn, holding back inconsistency. And then Taryn cuts a promo saying she's going to be invoking her rematch clause at Slammiversary. So we have April Jeanette Lee versus Taryn Terrell. Yay. And then 48D plus. 65C. Kurt Angle comes bursting into Eric Bischoff's office. Kurt demands to face AJ Styles tonight after the attack from AJ. He says he doesn't want to wait to Slammiversary anymore. He wants that match tonight. Bischoff simply says that he cannot be giving away a pay-per-view quality singles match for the world title on free television. So he has made an executive decision to make, and well, technically another, to make tonight's main event, which was originally supposed to be Lashley versus Bobby Roode, into a tag team match. Kurt Angle and Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles and Lashley. No skill improvements. Poor gimmick and drinking habit. 65C. And then this is like there would be a commercial break in between there, or there would be a commercial break after the promo from Taryn, and then you go into that, then you come into this. EC3, okay, don't necessarily take that into consideration. So EC3 comes out, talks about how he should be the world champion. MVP then comes out, says he should be the number one contender. He should get a shot there. He did beat Drew Galloway, but Ethan says he beat Mr. Anderson. This prompts Anderson and Galloway to come out, talk about how they should, I don't know, be in contendership in the top 5, whatnot, for the TNA championship. And a tag team match is made, which is going to be next. Drew Galloway underperformed because he's not over enough. He's only at a 30 overness. The match happens right now, 61. See ya. Impressive. And a match that had some good action and never cheat. Mr. Anderson and Drew Galloway defeated Ethan Carter III and MVP. When Mr. Anderson defeated MVP by pinfall with a mic check. No skill improvements. Hopefully that got Drew's overness up a bit. Poor betraying a babyface, holding back, poor psychology, poor gimmick, chemistry, motivation. MVP, you just suck. And then Austin Aries is shown sitting backstage getting ready for his match, which is up against Abyss, which pulls a 66C+. In a match that had some good action and never cheat, Austin Aries defeated Abyss in 13:02 by submission with the last chancery. And then James Storm comes out, starts talking trash to Aries, and then Abyss, Koya, and Manic strike and attack him again. Koya, poor gimmick. Lots of low momentums, chemistry, motivation, poor gimmick for Aries. James Storm, drinking habit, 35E plus for that angle. And did I click next? Kurt Angle is shown walking down the backstage hallway on the way to the ring. The champion is shown walking backstage to the ring for his next match, which gets a 75B-. This is fantastic. I was about to go all egotistical there and say, I'm doing fantastic booking TNA, but this is going great. And about that, a good crowd and good action. Bobby Roode and Kurt Angle defeated AJ Styles and Lashley when AJ Styles was disqualified while fighting Kurt Angle. Basically, AJ hits Angle with his own belt. Brawl ensues. A brawl between Lashley and Roode ensues. And AJ shown standing over Kurt to end the show. AJ's improving in technical skills. 75B- for the match. We get a 70C+ for the rating, increasing our popularity in 26 regions. That's fantastic. I will see you guys at the main screen. Welcome back, and even on Wednesdays, we are bested by a Japanese company. Only by 2 points, though. So, I declared war on TNA. On Global Force Wrestling, because it seems like something that potentially would happen. Let's see where that goes. CZW fired Cherry Bomb, like, after signing her recently. Okay, no, she was on there the entire time. Totally Tremendous. Argonus and Mascarita Sagrada. War with GFW begins. Skybox Office declares. Oh, well, they're. 27 days, low risk. He can do angles. That's perfectly fine. I don't need to rush them back. TNA Explosion got a 0.00 on challenge. Backstage we have a 100%. Let's check who's hot. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, D'Angelo De Niro, AJ Styles, and Ricochet. Nice. If not, Mandrews, Madison Rain, Mickey James, Spud, and Tyrus. Choice players, Kurt's up there, next big things. Hidden gems, we have no one that I have any interest in signing at this point. storyline roundup. 75B minus for that. 51D plus for that. That's a disappointing. 45D on that. 48D plus on that. 75B minus for that. I basically combined these two storylines at this point. In a sense, EC3's Rise to Dominus gets a 61C, 43D, and a 61C. Alright. I wish this would be a little bit better, but when you get pool angles with 35 because Koya and Manic are there. How has your popularity gained in the past few weeks? None at all. Well, Ethan Carter III's has skyrocketed. Okay, not skyrocketed. I feel like it was higher. It was definitely higher. It was definitely higher because now he auto pushes to an upper mid Carter. Although Drew has gained 2 popularity. Still mid Carter. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And see you in the next episode, which will be TNA Impact again. And we get closer to Slammiversary. I don't know if I'll be doing the... Probably the champion won't cash in for the Destination X thing. Because I don't want to ruin that pay-per-view with mediocre at best main event. The main event will probably be Kenny King versus Kurt Angle because I would prefer to have Ricochet if I was to do that. Because he's obviously in the better momentum spot. I mean, better push. But I don't think I could or would want to turn Angle heel anyways. So his gimmick. Who needed the change in gimmick? Davey, Richard. Oh yeah, we signed Desmond Wolf. What I plan on doing is having him as a color commentator on Explosion for a while, and eventually making him a manager. Let's give him a realistic gimmick. I'll find something for him. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I already said this. Bye, guys.